Hi, I'm Scott Bogey. I did an interview with Josh Walker ahead of his Fury 95 fight against Reyes Cortez. Enjoy. How are you doing today?
I'm doing okay. I can't complain about much right now.
And how has this fight been? Like, how has the lead up been today?
Everything's been kosher, there's nothing I can really complain about. Camp's been going well. Um, Other than not having power for a week, everything is going as expected. Business per usual, I'd say.
Yeah, no, that is completely fine. What we'll start off with is sadly you were defeated in your last fight against Elijah Smith. How was the preparation for that fight? What was the mindset going into it?
The mindset and preparation we're going to the fight was just work hard, work smart, and work efficiently. Use my skills to use my superior skill set to, you know, come out with the victory. But unfortunately that didn't happen. So back to the drawing board.
Ex- That was a very unfortunate result. And since that fight, what have you gone on to improve on?
Everything. My preparation, the way I think going into practice, my overall energy going into practice, my thought process going into practice and competing, and just overall my mindset has just shifted a lot. Less about the physical, more about mental preparation.
And what did you feel you had the most success with during that fight?
I didn't even watch that shit back, honestly. Couldn't tell you.
Well, that's fine. And was there anything while you were in there that he surprised you with?
Nothing surprised me at all. We know he was a good guy. He was athletic. He's strong. Um, Nothing was surprising me whatsoever. I zigged when I should have zagged and I got caught.
And you're fighting Reyes Cortez. How did this fight come about? Were you just matched together? Did you want the fight? Did he want the fight? How did it come that you two were going to fight each other?
I don't even know that fucking guy, honestly. I've never seen him fight in my fucking life. Um, I just hit my manager B up. I said, "Hey, let's stay active." And they said Reyes Cortez. I said, "All right, we're doing it."
And Reyes Cortez, do you think he has a point to prove coming into this fight? Because he's a brother of Tracy Cortez, who's in the UFC. He works with a lot of UFC fighters, trains under Henry Cejudo. Do you think that makes him coming into this fight wanting to prove he is at that top level?
Who's Tracy Cortez?
He lost in the main event last weekend against Rose Namajunas.
Oh, I don't fucking know her. I don't fucking know him. I don't feel no type of way.
That's completely fine. And how has training camp been for this fight?
Training camp has been a good place. It's always a good time when you're training hard and pushing yourself. And really, for me, it's not really the kill. It's always the thrill of the hunt. So this is my favorite part, just putting in the work.
No,
I love
exactly.
cooking, just
And
cooking.
do you feel this is a good stylistic matchup for you? Because he likes to stand and trade. I know you like to stand and trade. Do you think this is a good fight? Do you think you'll utilize some wrestling in this?
Uh, Shit, I don't really know or really care what he's going to do or bring to the table. I'm more focused on me and myself and I. So he can bring whatever tools he wants. I'll bring mine. We'll see what happens.
But that's completely fine. This is your seventh fight in the Fury FC banner, ninth overall if you include your amateur career. How has Fury FC been as part of your journey?
I've had some ups and downs with Fury, but overall, they're a great organization to compete and work for. Um, Eric is a great promoter. Rich, good matchmaker. So, they run a business and it seems to be doing well.
And how has Fury FC compared to the other organizations you've worked for?
Fury is definitely one of the bigger stages I've worked for. Um, Not always the most fun, but they do good business and you get the most exposure from them. So I have
Yeah,
nothing bad to say.
yeah, exactly. And the fight will be streamed on the UFC Fight Pass. Do you think that will help elevate your name?
Um, yes, always. It's always a great opportunity to compete on UFC Fight Pass. The matchmakers and 160 countries over on the across the world are, they're competing together. Look, I'm talking to you. You're not even in the United States. You know what I mean? So, yeah. So I think UFC Fight Pass has done a great job, and Fury has done a great job with the uh exposure, getting my name out there. So I will thank them. But at the end of
And
the day, it's nothing but God.
and just speaking about just generally, you have been down to flyweight before. Is this the weight class you are naturally at, or do you think you would go back down to flyweight at some point in your career?
I'm naturally at whatever weight I decide to fight at. I could naturally be a heavyweight if I decided to. Um just happen to be at bantamweight this time. We'll see what happens in the future.
That
Nothing's written in stone.
that is completely fine. And in your second fight as an amateur, you were actually against the current Fury flyweight champion, Paris Moran. He now
Yeah.
You were unfortunately unable to get the victory that fight. Do you want to get that rematch at some point to just prove that you have improved, you are now better than him, or do you think that ship has sailed?
Right now I have a task in front of me, and that's Junior Cortez. So I'm not thinking about anything else, and I'm not going to entertain anything else until then. I don't plan on going down to under 25 pounds, nor do I feel like a fight with Paris is something I need to chase.
No, that sounds fine. And speaking before, you were actually able to get your hands on a title. I think it was the Texas Clash Bash title. Do you think
Yeah.
that helped get your name out there a bit more? And how has getting that title made you even hungrier to try and get that Fury FC title?
Honestly, that winning that belt was so fucking easy. It felt like it was handed to me. It was a cool moment, cool in the moment, my first amateur title and everything, but um Texas Clash Bash and that belt has really done little to nothing to my career. It's basically it's a gifted belt. They give it who they want to. Most of these
And
amateur titles are and regional titles are they're gifted. They're not earned. Most of them, in my opinion.
And do you feel like moving from that amateur career to that pro career, it was more like restarting your career? You were trying to get that, building that name back up as a pro.
Um, I just always thought of it as the beginning of the end. Everything really counts now. So that was just the real start of the career. The amateur was just practice.
Hmm,
Now I'm actually going. This is the start of my career right now.
that seems perfect. Going into speaking about this event, Fury FC 95, apart from also your fight, is there any other fight that you're excited about?
That's coming up.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see my one of my friends, Miles Banks, fight. I'm excited to see Tonio get back in there. Antonio Figueroa, that brutal head kick knockout, split the guy's wig. Also, shout out to my teammate Karan. He just delivered a masterclass performance against some fucking dude. I'd also like to see Mia Graw get back in there. Amazing fighter, Rain Guerrero, Bruce Whitehead, my friend Camden, Fontenot. I'd love to see my friends fight.
No, that
Not really
sounds
looking forward to anybody else other than my people for real.
no, that sounds great. And thank you for coming on here today. Before we do
Thank
wrap
you for
up,
having me.
is there anyone else you want to shout out or anything else you want to say?
I just wanted to give a quick shout out to some of my sponsors or my sponsors, Barber Studio, Space City Boilers, Space City Collective, Top Gun Range, Couture Auto, Mike's Jewelers, um, Trigger Point, Vital Medics, IV. Um, I'm sorry if I forgot. I'm thankful for all the supporters and sponsorships. So thank you guys very much for helping me out. I'm sorry if I forgot you or missed you. I'm actually kind of looking around to see if I got any merch that I have. Uh, I think that's it.
That was great.
So thank you
Like
very much for having me. It was a
if
pleasure speaking.
if you are in the area, make sure you grab tickets for the event. It will be great. If you're like me in a different country, make sure you go and watch on UFC Fight Pass. It will be a great event to watch.
Yeah, thank you very much.